Chapter 4: Core Automations. While there are tons of automation possibilities within Drip, this training video focuses primarily on the automations that we've built templates for in the Drip app. These work the best when you do have an order management system connected to Drip, but you of course can take these ideas and change them in any way that makes sense for your business. The first thing we'll want to do is install Drip's pre-made workflow templates. These can be found by navigating to Workflows, then Workflow Templates. On this page, you can either filter by category, platform, or search to find the workflow template that you're looking for. For today's example, we'll use Shopify as the platform that we'll search. The first core automation that we'll be talking about today is the Welcome series, so we'll go ahead and install this template. If you're following along and want to install the pre-built workflows that we'll focus on today, you can also install an abandoned cart workflow as well as a post-first purchase workflow. Let's jump into it. Welcome workflow. Along the same lines of initial conversion, we have the huge opportunity when creating a welcome series. The purpose of the welcome series is not only to introduce potential buyers to the brand, but also to drive conversion. As these people are learning about the brand, we can't forget that the goal is to continue to drive them back to the site and get them looking at products. So for this, we have our magic number 3 here for the amount of emails that we will include within this series. We will space these out over 5 to 7 days with strong content woven into each of them. As you can see, we've already taken care of this for you in this template. So for cadence, you'll send the first email immediately, the second after a day, and the third after about 4 days. Within these emails, it's important to include information about what being a part of your brand community means. How often can your audience expect to hear from you, and for what reasons? This, of course, is a great introductory series where you really get to put your best foot forward. So you'll notice within each of these templates, we've already got it structured out for you. All you have to do is click to edit each of the emails within the series and fill in any information that you'd like. We've even put in placeholders to make this even easier. Once the workflow looks good to go and you've edited all the emails, you can toggle this on and begin welcoming people into your brand. Abandoned cart workflow. Drip has many automation possibilities, but the first and most foundational automation to have active in order to drive conversion is an abandoned cart workflow. This is because we know that 69% of all e-commerce visitors abandon their shopping cart, so there's a huge opportunity here to increase those conversions. Our recommended setup for an abandoned cart workflow is having 3 emails within it, because we know that a 3-email series converts 69% more revenue than a series with a single email. Sending multiple times in the first 3 days after a cart has been abandoned is really the sweet spot. So for abandoned cart workflows, 3 is the magic number. 3 emails within the first 3 days. When it comes to our recommended cadence, the first email needs to go out after 1 hour. This gives the potential buyer time to explore your store, and if something came up that distracted them, oftentimes this email can get them back on track. The next email needs to be sent 1 day later when the items in the abandoned cart are still recent and relevant. The third email needs to be sent 2 days after. Lingering messages any further out than this convert far less and can become confusing to the customer as it's much less relevant to them. As for content, make it simple, informative, and transparent. Offering information about why the product is great or offering to answer any questions that may be preventing that purchase from being made are also effective strategies. Post-first purchase workflow. Only 32% of customers make a second purchase during their first year as a customer, so the goal of this automation is to better the chances of getting that second purchase, and then the third and fourth, and so on after that. One thing to note about Drip's post-purchase workflows is that they're meant to work in tandem with any emails being sent out from your order management system. So if you're on Shopify, for example, Shopify will take care of sending any transactional emails related to the purchase. Drip doesn't have the capability to send emails quite like that because we don't collect that data, but what we can do is celebrate the win and create excitement for when that purchase is supposed to arrive. Just like with the templates for our other automations, we've got some general ideas outlined for you in the email edit section. But as for general recommendations, here's a few things you can consider for the email content. Thanking the customer for placing an order, creating excitement for order delivery, asking for reviews or product satisfaction, and recommending additional products. Disengaged pruning workflow. Remember that pruning segment we built together in Chapter 2? We can use that segment as a trigger within your workflow in order to automatically remove those who are disengaged with your brand. Pretty cool, right? Some companies choose to manually monitor this, and that's okay too, whatever makes the most sense for your business. But if you want to automate this so your list health is kept clean without you having to even think about it, you're able to. The workflow for this is pretty simple. The trigger is entering your pruning segment. The action is Drip deactivating anyone who falls under it. If you want to level up, you're welcome to implement what we call a win-back strategy here, where you'd send 1 to 3 emails, typically offering some sort of incentive to try to get these people to convert before removing them.